moderator. Today's discussion is very informal, and later the panel will be open to the floor for questions. And if you want to post online, you can add the hashtag #ShapingDavos, #ShapingDavos, #HackTheSK. So you can add those hashtags if you have questions. We'll be looking at that later also. And feel free to raise your hand later when we open the floor. Like I talked to you guys earlier, this is a very informal conversation. And just to warn you already ahead of time, since we only have about 45 minutes, I may interrupt you. So we're gonna move on to the topic and jump right into it. The first is SK reform. So this is directed specifically to Senator Bam and also to Vaughn. So it's a very hot topic, SK reform. Why should we have SK reform, and why shouldn't we just abolish it?
First and foremost, our aim is actually to engage young people in youth participation in governance. Because ang kakulangan kasi sa atin ngayon, we're not treating the youth as partners or co-authors of nation building or in development. So I think that's one thing that we should work out. And I think that the goal of the reform is actually to engage young people, to engage young people in governance and to boost their interest in participating in government system. So sa tingin ko importante rin to. And we've been doing projects or activities that will actually lead to the passage of the SK reform. So yun.
Well, good morning everyone. Unang-una sa lahat, palagay ko yung na-mention ni Tikal na it's a hot issue. I think it's the opposite. It's a cold issue. No, and in fact, I think one of the biggest problems that we have, and I think Compercy is still here, is that not enough young people are talking about the SK reform. Not enough people care about it. At least if you look at it online or in the schools, I was so happy when I received this invitation kasi someone's talking about fixing the SK. A number of us who have been working in the sector feel that quiet yung sector. Hindi maingay yung sector tungkol sa SK reform. So I think I don't want to take up too much time, no? But basically I think that's one issue that we have to face. No? And in truth, if young people are more active and participating in the reform process, engaging with the congressmen, the senators, and our office and the NYC has open doors, no, with regard to suggestions, we hope that you can still do that. Because when we get back to session next week, mismong ito ang pag-uusapan natin. And as a period of interpolation na yung isang version ng SK reform. So if there is an output to this Hack the SK session, all of it actually we can accept, and if we can even introduce it eventually as amendments kung kinakailangan. But we need to get more young people more active about this. Now, just echoing what Percy said earlier, two ways to look at it eh. The ones who want to abolish the SK, palagay ko, di naman sila masasamang tao, sa totoo lang. It's just that their solution is to cut the whole thing out. Ang solusyon nila is, wag na lang. Ang solusyon ng mga tao gustong i-reform yung SK, kaya pa yan. Kaya pa yan baguhin, kaya pa yan ayusin. And I think it's really a matter of a difference of perspective. Now, those who want to fix it, and a number of us are here, we do want to see more participation from young people. More suggestions on how to change it, how to reform it, how to make it better. And this is an opportune time. This is the best time to show that because with the reform bill, may pagkakataon tayo to start from zero. May pagkakataon tayo to put in reforms na talagang that can really work. So we're hoping that more young people can still engage and can still share their thoughts and their beliefs about this and see how we can really build up participation in the Philippines again.